Hello everyone, I am Saijith, Faculty, Department of Social Work, Christ College Autonomous, Irinjalakuda. Today we are going to discuss about the topic in our foundation course, Introduction to Gender and Gender Equality. We are discussing about the topic gender in India, actually gender disparity in India. The contents of this module, the second module, gender disparity in education, gender disparity in labor force participation, gender disparity in political participation, gender disparity in health, gender and media, role of media in constructing ideologies, gender sensitivity and gender equality. These are the contents which we discussed in this module. Gender disparity in education. We all know education in itself is a human right. It serves as a gateway that allows individuals and access and enjoy other human rights. It broadens the perspective of a girl about about her roles and that she can play, and provides a key space for meeting peers, and open new spaces for them and empowerment. So, while the female enrollment has increased rapidly since the 1990s in schools, and there is still a substantial gap in upper primary and secondary schooling. Increased female enrollment is, however, compromised by persistently high rates of dropout and poor attendance of individuals, especially girls, relative to boys. Girls also constitute a large proportion of dropout school children. Gender inequalities interlock with other forms of social inequality in education, notably caste, ethnicity, and religion. With girls from the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and Muslim minorities particularly constituting the population of out of school and dropout children. Actually, these are the caste and religions which we can see the dropouts of the girl child. There are also considerable interstate variations in gender disparity. While the greatest surges in female enrollment have been achieved in the most educationally disadvantaged state such as Bihar and Rajasthan. And these states still have a long way to go catch up with the better performing state of like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh. As per the 2011 census data, women constitute 48% of total population in India, but around 46% of women are still found to be illiterate. Problems of gender disparity and discrimination begin with access to schooling. Gender disparity or gender parity index at the primary and upper primary levels was 0.9% and 0.8% respectively in 2003 respectively. According to the census, this remain more or less same in the 2010 to 11. Once girls are able to get enrolled in school, they are rather more likely than boys to continue their education with more access. Access and retention problems deepen at higher levels of education with the GPI at lower secondary and upper primary levels. So it's very pathetic condition in India about gender disparity in education. Next we will move on to the topic disparity in labor force participation. Major features of labor force participation when we are concerned about the women are predominantly unpaid workers. Actually they are not getting any wage according to their job. They are more likely to as part-time as we compare to men. Main features of gender disparity: there is a wage gap between women and men. There is women are more concentrating on informal jobs. Entrepreneurial skills is yet to be utilized for women. more engaged in they are more engaged in agriculture and related activities, and tend to be upper-handed jobs. For example, more nurses, less doctors, more teachers, less principals, etc. These are the features of gender disparity in employment scenario. When we coming to the point political participation, actually still in Kerala we are getting 50% of reservation for the women in election. National Council for Women in India, the first National Council for Women in India was established in 1925. From that point of view, women are getting more politically participation in a constructive basis. When we coming to the political empowerment of women, political empowerment and participation of women in election increased over the years, as we see in the picture. Actually, proportion of women turnout for voting in 2009, 58.2%. Actually, 50% of reservation are present in local self-governing bodies in Kerala. When we coming to the empowerment, there is a women empowerment in political participation, access to the resources, and they are coming to the access of the resources of the community. And we are coming to the gender and health perspective. Actually, exposure, when we coming to the exposure to health risk of the women, the very belief that women is to take care of household and puts them to different tasks. For example, the extensive indoor pollution caused by biomass cooking fuels put women to greater risk of pulmonary diseases. Similarly, the unpaid and less valued nature of women's reproductive roles actually affects access to healthcare, since their lack of time, money and resources for accessing these services. Further, social norms such as early marriage for women and the women looked at only the reproductive functions of the family. This created lot of health issues for the women. Secondly, health-seeking behavior of the women. Since many women are denied education and they are not allowed to work or go out alone, their health-seeking behavior has been severely affected. For example, women fail to recognize many health problems during pregnancy due to lack of knowledge. Even if recognized, many women ignore for reasons such as they are overburdened with household work, or lack of support from family, both physically and financially, to visit a healthcare provider or health hospitals. So this point is very important. And access to health services. Women have very limited access to resources and power to make decisions. Actually, in India, many women express the need to seek permission to access healthcare. With limited access to resources and power to decide, many women have limited or no access to healthcare. The power to decide is not just about seeking care. And women's power to control sexuality is another factor. And use of contraception is also very limited in the Indian context. This is very important thing. Another important thing. When we coming to the next topic in this module, women and media, we will take a various aspect of women representation in TV serials, web, advertisement, social media and fashion magazines. First, we will deal with the representation of women in TV serials with special reference to the Indian context. Subsequently, we will coming to the world of women representation in web and advertisement before signing off with a discussion on women's representation in fashion magazine. You can see the TV serials in India have had a knack for stereotyping women and people belonging to the different religions and states. A typical woman in Indian serial wears an expensive sari, sports heavy makeup, and more often than not seen as a housewife with a little say in the running of family except cooking, celebrating festivals and plotting. Role of media in constructing women ideologies is very pathetic in India. Then we move on to the next topic, gender sensitivity. Gender sensitivity is ability to recognize gender issues, especially women's different perceptions and interest arising from their unique social location and gender roles. It calls for an understanding and consideration of the socio-cultural factors underlying discrimination based on the sex, whether against women or men. Gender sensitivity is the process by which people are made aware of how gender plays a role in life through their treatment of others, how we treat others without gender perspective. That is gender sensitivity. We move on to the next topic, gender equality. Gender equality, UNICEF says gender equality means that women and men and girls and boys enjoy same rights, resources, opportunities and protections. It does not require that girls and boys or women and men be the same, or that they be treated exactly alike. That is gender equality. Women and men should be treated as alike, equal. They are not same, but they have different abilities and capacities, but they have to be treated as alike. Thank you all. Thank you.